Welcome back to the channel. We have Lincoln University's Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Antoinette Bonnie Candia-Bailey, dead after taking her own life following what she called bullying by the university's president, John B. Mosley. Dr. Candia-Bailey had taken the role as the vice president less than a year ago. According to her friends, she was experiencing some anxiety as well as depression. She had reached out to the administrator as well as the board of curators at the university to file for FMLA due to her mental health conditions. Reports have shown that she provided emails showing that she had filed and also showing that she felt like she was being bullied by the president, who has now been placed on administrative leave. Now around the country, we have many groups protesting and asking that President John B. Mosley be removed as the president of the university effective immediately. Not to mention, this is a young lady who obviously was having some challenges with her mental health. This should never have gotten to the point where she had to that she felt like her only way out was to take her own life. Nor should have it gotten to a point where the administrators or anyone at the university didn't take her outcry seriously. I want you guys to take a look at this video. It's very sad and downright just disheartening as it pertains to just human rights as well as employees' rights. Take a listen and let's discuss it afterwards.
It's been a controversial start to the year for Lincoln University President John Mosley and the Board of Curators after the university's Vice President of Student Affairs Monday took her own life. The death of Dr. Antoinette Bonnie Candia-Bailey has sparked outrage from LU alumni across the country who now want Mosley to resign. As KRCG 13's Lauren Turman reports, new documentation from Bailey herself identifies Lincoln as, quote, where it started and where it ended.
The passing of Lincoln University Vice President of Student Affairs, Dr. Antoinette Bonnie Candia-Bailey, has rocked both Jefferson City and university alums. Now, new documents are surfacing from Bailey herself on the day she took her own life, outlining University President Dr. John Mosley as causing, quote, enough harm and mental damage.
That whole day, I was really beating myself up because I'm like, if I would have read the entire email, maybe I could have saved her life.
Candia-Bailey graduated from Lincoln in 1998. Her friends and loved ones say she was a loving, generous person who radiated positivity.
She's the type of friend where, she can just tell by talking to you in your voice that something's wrong. And she would get up in the middle of the night and she would drive 2-3 hours to get to you, to be there for you. It did not matter what she was going through. She always smiled. She was always positive.
But soon after she took the position of Vice President of Student Affairs in May of 2023, her friends noticed a change in her.
I even visited with her on homecoming, and she was like, she's like, I'm just trying to make it through at this point, because that is when she was getting depressed. It's like her whole demeanor had changed. Yes, she was smiling and all that, but you could still tell something was off, something was different.
Multiple emails obtained by a friend of Candia-Bailey and shared with KRCG shows she sent emails to Mosley and to the Board of Curators outlining Candia-Bailey's request for family and medical leave, saying that the relationship between her and Mosley went downhill due to her severe depression and anxiety. Additional emails reveal that when she made complaints about how she was treated to HR and the Board of Curators, the board president wrote a response back to her saying in part, please be advised the Board of Curators does not engage in the management of personnel issues for Lincoln University and will not be taking further action related to this issue. Chapter 3 of the Board of Curators bylaws that have been in effect since March 30th of 2023 covers operational guidelines for personnel. The section of bylaws is unclear whether the board can take on any personnel or HR issues outside of hiring in certain circumstances. Those emails also showed Candia-Bailey believed she was intentionally harassed and bullied and claimed she received a poor evaluation when she asked for help. Monica Graham says the last time they spoke was just hours before Candia-Bailey passed.
I screamed. I was in denial. I'm like, no, you have to be mistaken because I just talked to her. I just got an email from her this morning. So I immediately started trying to call her. And of course, there was no answer. So when it was confirmed that it was really true, it was really bad for me. I passed out. I ended up at the doctor.
Now, this video is being made to spread awareness, to hold Mosley accountable for his actions, and specifically to call for the immediate removal from his position at our beloved HBCU.
Graham, Hill, and many other LU alumni around the country are leading a charge on social media to have Mosley fired as the president of Lincoln and created a hashtag Fire Mosley. Leaders of this call to action say they hope Candia-Bailey's story will serve as an unfortunate lesson for the president, administration, and board of curators.
Offer therapy to people. Let people know that therapy is okay. It is okay to have a therapist. It is okay to be strong and still have problems.
In her final email to Mosley on the day of her death, Candia-Bailey also asked for only select members of her sorority to be allowed to collect her things, saying, "Roseanne can speak with my family from the administration. You are not to have any contact. You've caused enough harm and mental damage." KRCG has reached out to the administration at Lincoln University, and they have declined to comment at this time. Following a protest on Thursday, the Board of Curators called a meeting for Friday at 3 p.m. with a partially open session agenda. Another protest is set for next Tuesday at noon.
So you guys are taking a look at it. It is downright sad and absolutely alarming that we have any type of institution, organization in this country that will deprive anyone of their ability to have their mental health taken care of in any form or fashion. Now, I know that there is still speculation regarding the validity of her story, but at any time you have a person that's crying out for assistance, especially for mental health, it's everybody's opportunity or everybody's business to see that it's taken care of, especially those people that can make it happen. I see it as a human thing. It's only right to provide or bestow the basic rights to care and mental health care for any person, especially if you're in a leadership role. This frustrates the heck out of me. What do you guys think? Do you think that he did this that led to it? Do you think that she was possibly bullied? Do you believe that someone should have intervened before now? What are your thoughts? I'd like to hear. Place a comment below. Until next time.